like, oh, you know what I mean? Like my dentist was black, my doctor was black, my professors were black, like all these kind of things. So I believe in the beauty of black. And no matter what everybody else tells me, I'm looking at some magical stuff around. So I'm just saying, and of course we gotta go harder, work harder, all that. That goes without reason. But when we do it, it's undeniable. And so even in these moments, like the Ralph Lauren collaboration with Morehouse and Spelman, I saw a lot of people like coming with like, well, why they doing it now? Because everybody got, it don't matter that they're doing it now. They're doing it now. Take it, run the play. Because if they never did it, it would have been, well, they never did it. And to be totally honest, Morehouse and Spelman are the benchmark of our black finery. That's Black Ivy League. Ralph Lauren is WASP culture, it's Ivy League. That's the black addition to it. So now that they figured it out, it may be 30 years later, now that they've figured it out, take it and turn that into something else.
I totally posted about it.
You know what I mean? Like let's not get hung up on, well, why they doing it now? They finally did it. Okay, it's happening.
I was thrilled. I was thrilled when I saw it.
So go. So go. And
Right.
so that's one thing, especially as creatives, because we think about a lot of emotion. I think the best advice anybody has ever given is take emotion. We gotta stop being so emotional about the little piece that don't matter.
And you know, to your point, in terms of even, creating in real time, right? I think there's this expectation for Black creatives to harp on race and stereotypes and racial issues and things that, where we've been hurt and burned and suffered and cried and bled, right? I'm not here to regurgitate the past. Go to the library, right? I'm here to speak about Black joy, generational wealth, financial literacy, increase, Black luxury. I want to be frivolous. It's okay for me to wear diamonds because they make me feel beautiful. Why do I have to justify that? I want to wear fur because I can afford it. And I don't have to feel like, oh, this is exorbitant. Why does my counterpart get a pass and I can't have that?
Yeah.
And so I want to capture the Black body doing this really beautiful things, accommodating themselves, giving breath to their life experience to experience pleasure. What does that look like? Sometimes I will even go as far as self-gratification. It's necessary. We are allowed to be in those spaces where traditionally, because of the history of American culture, we say, oh, it's taboo, oh, she's promiscuous. No, I'm not. Because of the color of my skin, I'm all of a sudden promiscuous. I should be able to wear lace and lingerie and not feel like a bad girl. And if I wanted to feel like a bad girl, that should be okay too. Because last time I checked, my counterparts are doing it with no qualms whatsoever.
And we have to know that we deserve. We have to know that
Yes, we
the
deserve
same
that.
way that we feel like we deserve these budgets. Like we deserve all of this. And I mean, like I guess you get what you put out.
Yes.
So at the point that we're saying, well, I mean, they ain't gonna give me but $1,200. Okay, you're gonna get $1,200.
Well, you called
You're gonna get $1,200. Like, and again, like I love nothing more than I remember a quick story. I was in St. Lucia for the St. Lucia Jazz Fest with a group of white journalists. Well, not even just white, but just a multicultural group of journalists. Me and a great friend of mine, Esau Harris, who's a very celebrated journalist. He brought me into journalism. We're sitting on this bus, so we've had a driver all week, all these things. So this lady leans over to me and she says, she's whispering, this is our last night here. We have had a driver all week. It is customary on the last night you collect a tip for the drivers. And that's how you tell them that you thank them for giving. So I'm looking at her like, so we both look at each other like, you want to get her or I want to get her? I'm like, sir, ma'am, my father owns a transportation company with a fleet of over 30 vehicles. I work in the transportation industry. I mean, I start banging her in her head about everything she was talking about. She then stops and screams. She said, nobody ever calls me on my shit. I was doing that just to kind of kick up dust to see what you would say. Nobody calls me we do this, and I'm just so glad that you stood up for yourself. And I'm like, I'm not standing up for myself. I'm checking your dummy. That's what I'm doing. But just the fact that it was that much of a game to her, where she thought she was talking to me in elementary speak, telling me about a luxury
That must have been
car
something
service.
plaything to you, yeah.
Cars, and then she in turn said, "Can we?" This is when I was living in New York. Can we share a taxi from LaGuardia? I said, "No, I have car service. Good luck.
Good for you.
Good
for
luck.
standing
I have
up
car
for
service to
yourself.
Harlem. Good luck to wherever you're."
Right.
So it's those things. Own the space. Be black. Be proud. Be smart. Be creative. Don't say I have a wrapping paper business. I kind of do that on the side, but right? No. Be it.
Yeah.
Be it. Live in it and be unapologetic by it. Like this is a concierge. This is a luxury service. I operate a luxury service. I enhance giving for brands.
And that's what we do. Like mic drop. That is what we do.
I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get into the plus size industry. I got so tired of hearing people say like, "Oh, she's cute to be a big
That
girl,"
size.
or that size, or those types of things. Or now that if